Good morning, and welcome to Life is Good Today. Today I'm going to talk about life perspective. I'll talk about my own life, but I don't think I'm much different than anybody else. So growing up, my dad was an alcoholic, and all he really wanted to do was drink and smoke and not really take care of the family. We didn't communicate. A lot of times didn't have food. I had to eat at a buddy's house. At school, I failed the third grade, and I failed almost every year in school. Did terrible, tough time reading, embarrassed in school because I couldn't learn. Then I get out of school and I get drafted and sent to Vietnam, and I'm going to be a point man for a year, so I figure I'm going to die there. Then when I get back, people were, oh, you guys are baby killers and all this, and it's like, what's this about? I mean, I just went and did what I was drafted and I did what I was told to do. And so then I get married and end up getting divorced 14 years later. So when I look at my life, it's easy to see what the perspective was. It was all negative for me. That was my perspective. And then I knew I can't change my past, but I can change my perspective. And so over the years, what I realized is, my dad, why do I judge what he did? I'm alive because he decided to have a baby and I was it. That is unbelievable. So why would I judge him? Here I am alive because of him. I don't need to judge what he did. He was who he was, and I need to move on with that. And so I did that. And then the next thing is I went to school, thought I was stupid because I failed all the time, couldn't read. I was embarrassed to read out loud. Still am. I get confused with it. But I end up, running life success seminars, and just my whole life changed. I've written and published 5 books. I never read a book cover to cover till I was, in my 40s. And now I've written and published 5 books, and they're all about change. And even, I went back to Vietnam, and that changed my perspective of Vietnam. The enemy was inside of me. The enemy wasn't in Vietnam. And so I realized that, that I learned so many lessons there. So I wrote the book From the Jungle to the Boardroom, and it was all daily lessons that I learned from Walking Point with Chico. And Chico was the hero because he saved my life. Everything I look at is changed because my perspective has changed. And so that's the thing in life. That's even in my one book, Your Future Stuck in Your Past. That's what that's talking about. As long as you hold on to your old perspectives and don't forgive and let go, then you aren't going to change. But as soon as you change your perspective, you change. When you change, your perspective changes, kind of a back and forth deal. And so, my perspective about Vietnam keeps changing. Now people are honoring veterans. In fact, I got put into the Hall of Fame, but I think that's more about Chico than me still. But anyway, everything changes. And so changing your perspective can change your whole life. You can't change your past, but you can change your perspective. And that's what's really going to change your life. So that's the thought of today. So there may be some things it's time for you to forgive or let go or decide to change your perspective on, and it's going to change your life. So life is good today. I'm going to have a great day because it's the only day I got. I hope you do too, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye-bye.